if you have any. Okay, so just stand. Maybe take a sigh, and you can just look around your space a little bit. And as you look around your space, notice what attracts your eyes. And let your eyes settle there. And notice how your breath feels as you settle your eyes in one spot. Good. And then let's do a little bouncing, like you're on a little mini trampoline, just to bounce, 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 bounce. Good. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then pause, allowing your shoulders to relax if you can. And you can have your eyes open or closed, just noticing everything that you feel sensation-wise. Okay, so you can close your eyes to tune in, or you can just look ahead on the floor somewhere. Notice how your feet are making contact with the floor. Any tingling anywhere. Good. And then on our inhale, let's just inhale and reach the arms forward and up. And you can reach way up if you want, maybe even look up. And then exhale, arms out to the sides and down. And we'll just do that a couple more times. You can follow your own breath if that works for you. So just inhale up. Exhale out to the sides and down. Good. And the next time your arms come down, again, check in with what sensations you feel now. Just kind of noticing what you might feel through your arms and shoulders, maybe your hands. Good. And then standing up a little bit taller if you can by pressing down through your feet and reaching up through the top of your head. In fact, you could place your hand on the very top of your head if you want. And just imagine you're carrying something there and lifting up through your neck so that your chin stays parallel to the floor and your shoulders relax down. And then just let go with your arms. And then following your breath in and out. Good. And then slowly as you inhale, let's turn your head to the left. And as you exhale, slowly turn it to the right. And repeat. And just go slowly, not going into any spots that pinch or are painful. Just kind of noticing what your mobility is like in your neck today. Good. And then coming back to the center, let's exhale, take the chin down. Again, not going into any pain. And inhale, take the chin up. And repeat, going slowly again so you can notice. One more. Allow your knees to be just a little bit soft here. And bring the head back to the center. And now, as though you have a pen on the end of your nose, you're going to start circling your nose and your head around so that every circle is a little bit wider. So you're drawing a spiral here. And keep your breath going. And you're just making your spiral as big as feels okay in your neck. And when you get to the widest version of your spiral, just reverse direction. And now each circle gets a little bit smaller until you'll come right into the middle with your nose. Notice if you're holding your breath. Good. And when you get to the middle, just again noticing, softening your knees a little bit. Good. And now we'll inhale, roll the shoulders up. And exhale, take them down your back. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. One more. Now let's go from back to up and forward. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring them up and forward. And one more. Good. And then just let those shoulders come into neutral. And we'll just do the right shoulder. So inhale, roll the right shoulder back a few times. Noticing how this one feels. Good. And now the left shoulder back a few times. Good. And now the right shoulder forward a few times. Good. And the left shoulder forward a few times. Good. And then again, letting the arms hang for a moment. Yeah. And we'll inhale, reach the arms forward and up. You can look up if you want, and exhale, arms out to the sides and down. And then inhale, taking your hands to your hips here, and roll the shoulder heads back, squeezing them together. And then as you exhale, we're just going to slowly tuck the chin and just round the upper back forward. So just a small movement. And then inhale, hands to hips again, rolling upper shoulders back, lifting chest. And exhale, the opposite movement, chin down, rounding. Now, if you want to go further forward with a fold, when you go forward, you can let yourself go down a little bit more. You can bend the knees, however you want to do it. And then inhale, come back up. One breath. You can always use more than one breath if you want to. And exhale, roll down. Last one here. Good, and then just exhale back to the center, and we'll widen the feet about hips distance apart and swing, or shoulder distance apart, swing and twist. And as you swing and twist, let's lift the opposite heel. So the heel opposing, not the direction you're turning. If that feels okay, of course, everything's optional. And notice if that or anything else can help you look further around. So just think the object being, how far around my back can I see without pain, of course, and what makes the movement easier to do that? Good, just a couple more. Good. And then coming back to the center, just taking your feet about hips distance and parallel. And then we're going to bend the knees a little bit and just take your hands to your thighs. And we'll inhale, cow pose, where you tilt the tail up and the chest forward. And exhale, now tuck the tail under and round the spine, tucking the chin, and repeat. Good. So just a standing cat and cow. And if you're not sure where your breath is, see if you can find it here. On your exhale, can you round? And on the inhale, lift. Good. And now next time you lift on the inhale, exhale, pressing down through your feet to stand up. So we'll widen the feet just a little bit, arms at your sides. Inhale. And exhale, gently lean down to one side, letting the hands fall down on the pants, and inhale back up. And exhale the other side. And just back and forth, noticing how far feels good in my body. Where do you feel a stretch, if anywhere? And is there a side that you need to be more careful on? Good. And rising back up. Now we're just going to hula hoop the hips. You can put your hands on your hips if you want to for this, and a little bend in the knees, and just making your circles as wide as feels good to you. From one direction, and then circle in the other direction. Good. And then just coming back to the center here, standing tall, getting your feet below your hips again. And now just get a sense of how the body feels now. Just letting your arms relax down, noticing your feet on the floor, following your breath in and out. Okay, now let's take the feet to touch or close to touch, if to touch doesn't feel good. And so the knees will be the same distance as the feet. You're just going to bend the knees a little bit. Hands can be on thighs. You're just going to circle the knees around. And as you're circling the knees, you might notice that you change the way the feet are making contact with the floor. And so just noticing that. Relax your shoulders and then reverse directions. Good. And then come up to stand here. And now from here, we're going to take one of your feet and just do our ankle rolls. So tracing the perimeter of one of your feet, letting your knee and hip move. Noticing if there's any places that are hard to get to on your foot. And then reverse directions. Keep breathing. Good. And then stand on both feet, noticing the difference in the two sides from doing that. And then do the other foot. Okay. And then reverse directions. Good. And then placing your feet down here, we're just going to inhale, lift the heels and the arms come up. You don't have to do the arms, that's optional. And then exhale, lower the heels, lift the toes or the soles of the feet, and repeat. And see if you can keep the hips stabilized. So you're not, in other words, you're not leaning or anything as you do it. Good. And then just coming down from that, just shake it out a little bit. So just a little warm up there. Oh, we have one more to do, actually. Just kind of a head to toe, getting all the joints. But now we're going to get the wrists a little bit more. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just start with the hands touching, like in a prayer Anjali Mudra here. Okay. And inhale here. And as you exhale, just start to twirl the wrists. So what I'm going to do is bring the hands down and then take the backs of the wrists together. And you can look at your wrists, it'll help you. And then start to bring the fingers in towards your chest, keeping the back of the wrist together if you can. And then the arms come out in front, trying to keep the wrists together here. Right, so it's out. That'll be our inhale. So let's inhale here. And then exhale, twirl the hands back in towards your chest. And you can look at them to try to keep the wrists together as you take them back to the wrists together. And they go down. And now they stretch forward. And if you want to, you can add in tuck of the chin, rounding of the spine. And now find an inhale and twirl them back in. and out. And then exhale in and through. 2 more. Good. And then from where you are, just let your arms come down and then stand tall. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And exhale, take them down your back. Good. Again. Okay. Now we're going to come in front of our chairs, our chair seat, and just put it so the 2 legs are on the mat, if you have a mat, and then stand a little back from them. And we're just going to stand with feet parallel. So check out your feet, see if they're parallel, pointing forward. And then inhale and reach the arms up. And exhale, hinge at the hips and fold, taking your hands to the chair but lightly. Inhale, reaching your spine forward and coming toward the balls of your feet. Good. And then exhale, bend the knees a little bit, taking your weight into the heels. And then inhale, let's stand all the way up, reach the arms up. And exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Good, we're going to do that again. So inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms out and down. Hands to the chair. Inhale, reaching spine forward, taking weight towards the balls of the feet. And then exhale, sitting into heels, bending the knees. Then inhale, pressing down through the heels. You can reach the arms up. And exhale, arms out and down. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, reaching spine forward onto the balls of the feet with your weight. And exhale, stepping your feet back, coming into chair down dog. So as you do this chair down dog, take a few breaths here. See if you can bend your knees a little bit. You're just looking between your feet if you can, and tilt the tail upward. Good. And now, if your arms can be fully straight, try to straighten them, like you're squeezing them inward. Allow your head to come down between your arms if you can. Good. Now pressing through the balls and heels of the feet. Now inhale, bend the knees, looking between the legs of your chair, and exhale, stepping forward, walking up there. Inhale, reaching your spine forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Good, weight is in the heels, and then inhale, stand. Good, exhale, arms out to the sides and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Weight coming more over the arches and balls of your feet. Inhale, reaching spine forward. Good. Exhale, stepping right leg back to a lunge. And now, if you're reaching pretty far forward to get to your chair, bring your foot, or whether or not you are, feel like you are, just look down and just have your foot covered by the seat of the chair. And then you're reaching your spine forward, so there's a straight diagonal line from your back heel out the back of your head, right? So you're not folded downward. Your energy is moving forward with your chest reaching forward, your eyes looking forward, not down. Good. Inhale here. And exhale here. Now, if your back heel is on the floor, scoot your back leg back further so it can be up. Good. Bend that front knee and bring your shoulder blades down your back so that your wrists are almost below your shoulders. You'll see there's a little angle I have here from mine, but there's that straight line from my back heel all the way up the back of my leg, my glute, my back, neck, and head. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, and as you exhale, let's keep the right hand on the chair. Take your left hand to your hip and twist. Now, when you do this, you still want that straight line, right? So keep lifting and engaging the back leg. Good. Good. Now inhale and exhale, untwist. Hand back to the chair. Inhale. Now exhale, step that back foot in a little bit. And now reach back to your chair, down dog. Good. Reaching the hips back. Same as before, you can bend the knees, you can tilt the tail higher. And really, this version of downward dog, using the chair, is more about opening the upper body, getting that length through your torso and shoulders, rather than when we're on the floor, when it's about a lot of different things, but arm strength is one of those things, and leg opening. Here, it's about torso opening and lengthening. You might feel it in your legs too, though, of course. Okay, so inhale, let's bend the knees now and look between the legs of the chair. And exhale, we're going to step the right leg forward below the seat of the chair. And then you'll need to step your left leg back, way back. Okay. So now you've got a straight line from your back heel all the way up your leg. This is like a diagonal, like half of an X, all the way up the leg, the back, up the back of the head. Yeah, chest reaching forward, shoulder blades down back. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale again. And as you exhale, you can place your right hand on your hip, your left hand on the chair, rolling your right shoulder open as you turn your chest to the right. Inhaling, then exhaling. Inhale. And exhale, release. Both hands back to the seat of your chair. Inhale. And exhale, stepping forward. Good. Inhale, reaching your spine forward. Exhale, bend the knees, weight into the heels. And then inhale, stand up, reaching up. And exhale, arms out and down. Good. And just stand for a moment here, noticing how you feel through your feet again, how you feel now standing compared to when we first checked in. So following the breath in, letting your eyes be calm, and out.